Because if it feels that in the pursuit of greatness, you risk great embarrassment, that ego will hold you hostage in mediocrity. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, guys. We made it to 2023. I want to start by saying thank you so much to all of you who have been watching my videos. We made it to 500 subscribers. I am so grateful for every single one of you. I hope you've been enjoying what you're watching. I hope you continue to stick around and see what else we got in store. So I just wanted to start by saying thank you so much, guys. So let's talk New Year resolutions. This year feels different. 2023, it feels like we've come out of a season of uncertainty. 2020, you know what happened. 2020, a lot of us thought that was our year. And I was one of those people that really thought that 2020 was gonna be my year and I was gonna change everything. And it changed a lot. It really did, not in the ways we expected it. Then 2021 came with the baggage of 2020 and new challenges. And then 2022, I don't know about you, but I was kind of holding my breath throughout the entire year, just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, okay, are we really out of the woods? And then when it ended, I thought, you know what? I think we're out of the woods finally. Finally, we are back to what we remember as normal. And so maybe we're finally okay and we can finally get back on track with our plans, with our hopes and our dreams that we've put away because we weren't sure if they were really going to come true. And so 2023 feels like a year where there are a lot more possibilities. We made it. We made it out of 2020, 2021, 2022. And we are here to witness what it looks like to survive a global event. And so knowing that, we should all have a sense of promise. And so now let me get to the actual topic of what you see in the title of this video, the ego. Why did I title this video, Leave Your Ego in 2022? In May of 2021, those of you who've been with me from the very beginning, you'll recall that that's when I made my first video. I was sitting right here at the office, and on a whim, on just a moment, in a moment of bravery, I grabbed my phone, I put it in my face, and I recorded myself. I looked like hell. I looked horrible. I looked very different from what I look like right now. But in that moment, I feel like I escaped my ego. And I said, I'm not going to care about what I look like. I'm not going to let my insecurities keep me back anymore. I'm just going to turn on this camera and I'm going to record myself talking and I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And I'm not going to take it down. I have been dreaming about having a YouTube channel for at least 10 years. And my fear of failure is what kept me from doing it. And so when I finally left all my worries about what I look like, what I'm gonna do, how is it gonna be received, what are people gonna think, when I left all of that behind, that's what gave me the bravery to just start my channel. And 60-something videos later, 1.5 years later, I'm still here. And I feel like I am so much better at this. I'm more comfortable in front of the camera. I'm better at editing my videos and just being consistent. I talked in my first video about how my perfectionism, my desire to always do everything perfectly, is the thing that kept me back from starting projects and moving forward in my life and accomplishing all these things that I have in my mind, all the plans that I have, all the things that I want to do. The thing that has kept me back is this perfectionism. But I've come to realize that at the root of my perfectionism is my ego. My ego has been holding me back. It's the thing that has been stopping me from taking risks in life. Jesus said that the love of money is the root of all evil. And with all due respect to my Lord and Savior, I want to take that even deeper. So what is the root of the love of money? What is the root of all evil? The ego. Because think about it. Why do we love money? Is it because we love the paper? We just love it. Oh, I just love you so much. Of course not. We love money because of what money can do for us. And what does money do for us? Yes, it helps us, give us the things that we need, like food and shelter and clothing and all these things that we need to survive. But we don't just want enough money to survive. We want more money, to have more things. Why do we want more things? Because we want to impress people. And that need to impress people, that's your ego. Say, for example, what's your dream car? What's your dream car? Let's say your dream car is a Lamborghini. Why do you want to have a Lamborghini? Is it because it's a really fast car? It's a well-designed car. It's a beautiful car? Of course, yes. That makes all the sense in the world. But what if all of a sudden everyone on the planet received a check in the mail for, I don't know, $5 billion. And now everybody is rich. Everybody has money and everybody can afford a Lamborghini, and everybody, let's say that there's enough supply for the demand, everybody goes out and buys themselves a Lamborghini. Do you still want it? Is that still your dream car now that everybody has it? Maybe not. Because you don't want the car for what the car is. You want the car for what the car will do for you. The image that you will have of having this luxurious car that most people, 99% of the people on the planet, cannot afford. It's getting dark, these clouds are. So the love of money is rooted in the ego. And you might think, well, if the ego is going to push you into accumulating great income for yourself and going out there and starting business, if the ego will do that, what's wrong with it? Well, because in some of us, in a lot of us, the ego's need for self-preservation, for the preservation of your image, can sometimes, instead of pushing you into greatness, it will hold you back. Because if it feels that in the pursuit of greatness, you risk great embarrassment, that ego will keep you, it will hold you hostage in mediocrity. Because mediocrity is safe. Mediocrity is, like the word suggests, it's in the middle. It's a safe place. You're not standing up, making a fool of yourself. And you're not necessarily too low that you are in a place of extreme failure. If it can keep you right there in the middle with everybody else, the egos will say, this is a safe place. There's no risk of embarrassment here. There's no risk of bankruptcy here. Just stay here. Just be safe. And that will give you this fear of attempting great things. At least that's how it was for me. I can't speak for everybody, but I suspect that too many of us are stuck in that place, and we tell ourselves, I'm a perfectionist because I have such high standards that I don't want to risk anything. It's really your ego. Having high standards means that you understand that greatness is worthy of the pursuit, even if it means falling every once in a while, even if it means failing, even if it means embarrassment. When you have high standards, when you believe that to achieve greatness is worth the pursuit, then you won't really care how bad you look when you're on your way up. But the ego cares. The ego doesn't want you to be embarrassed under any circumstances. And if you already have feelings of insecurity, because that's another thing, people think that egotistical people believe highly of themselves. No, the ego, we all have ego, right? Whether you think highly of yourself or whether you think poorly of yourself, we all have that ego. That thing, that self-preservation, that thing that wants to avoid the pain and the discomfort. And it will manifest itself depending on how you feel about yourself. And a lot of us struggle. Wow, it's getting really dark outside. A lot of us struggle with feelings of inadequacy. And so we hold back. even if that means your dream won't come true this year. But you tell yourself next year something will change. Next year, it will be different. And my sister Renee, she sent me this most wonderful sermon by T.D. Jakes. And the thing that jumped out at me in what he was talking about, it was a New Year's Eve message that he was giving his congregation. And he was talking about how, making resolutions, and how so many of us every year we make the same resolutions and the things never come true. And it's because we think next year it's going to be different. Next year it's going to be different. Next year's my year. It's going to be my year. But the only thing that we hope will change are the circumstances around you in that new year. When the reality is, the thing that has to change is me. I'm the thing that has to change. I'm the thing that has to be new in the new year. And making yourself a new person, it's hard. It's really hard. It's like being born all over again. It's shedding things that we've been holding on to because, as dysfunctional as they are, they have been keeping us comfortable. And we are creatures of comfort. And there's nothing that the ego loves and needs more than comfort. So that ego will keep you in that comfort zone, in that box where nothing changes, but it's okay because at least you're comfortable. And this is what we need to leave behind in 2022. If 2023 is finally going to be our year, then we have to embrace the discomfort, the excruciating pain that comes with being reborn, with being a new person. Because let me tell you something, the way we imagine the change, when we say, next year is going to be different, everything is going to be different, we feel that entering into greatness is going to be easy because everything is going to open up and we just have to take that step into the new year where everything is new except you. But that's not how it works. To change your circumstances, you have to change. And for you to change, it has to hurt. It has to be uncomfortable. It has to be painful. It has to be embarrassing. It has to be hard. Because that metamorphosis that you go through is no joke. Metamorphosis, when you think of that word, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? The caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It's the classic story of the change of going from ordinary into extraordinary. But do you know what is taking place in that cocoon? It is brutal. The caterpillar literally disintegrates. It melts into a goop. And in that goop, the little parts begin to form. The wings, the colors that are going to be coming when that new butterfly stretches its wings. Before that stretching happens, you have to go through the pain. And when I say painful, I'm not saying it doesn't have to be terrible. Because in our minds, the fear we have is that it's going to be so devastating that it'll probably kill you. It's not going to kill you. And the truth is, it's not going to be as terrible as you imagined. When I made that first video and I showed myself without makeup, my hair was looking crazy. I looked awful. I looked terrible. I was still carrying some extra pounds on me. And I just went ahead and I did it. It was so hard. I remember when I was recording it, there was this moment when I said, this is so hard. Do you remember that? It was hard, but it didn't kill me. I woke up the next day. I don't think I got any views on that video. It's still one of my least watched videos, and that's fine. I'm glad that it's one of my least watched videos. But I remember when I saw you got one view. Oh, the terror, the horror that I felt. But I didn't die. I didn't die. And then I started my Invisalign journey. And by the way, to those of you who've been waiting for me to give you the update video, I'm wearing my retainers right now. And to my shock and disappointment, the dentist told me I have to wear the retainers 24/7 for the first, what he said, 3 to 5 months. Yeah, so we're still we're still here. But that was another journey that I went through that was difficult. It was hard, but it didn't kill me. And then I started going to the gym. Y'all remember that? I started going to the gym, and I went through that grueling 12-week program when I was waking up every morning at 5:30. It was around this time. It was cold and it wasn't this rainy. This has been the rainiest I've seen LA in a really long time. But it was really cold and windy in the mornings, and I would get up and I wanted to get back into bed. But I said, if I want my body to enter into the new year as a new body, I have to do this. And I did it. It was hard, but I did it. And so transformation is not a piece of cake. But if you want to see that change, you have to tell your ego, I will not stay in bed. I'm not going to stay in bed because I have to get up and I have to change this. Because this is the year where things finally start changing. You know what my number one impetus is to change everything this year? I just turned 49. I'm going to turn 50 December 24 of this year. I cannot go into my 50s the exact same way I've been living for the last 20 something years. I can't. I just cannot. So this year, I am going to be embarrassing myself. I have a little business that I started several years ago, and it failed miserably. And I was so hurt, and I was so embarrassed, and I was so discouraged that I put it away. And I closed down my website. And I was devastated. And I thought, maybe I'll pick it up another time. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll start over next year. This is the year. I'm going to start my business again, and I'll be sharing that with you in the next coming months. Not right now. Right now I'm in planning mode. But this is the year. I'm launching it back again. I'm going to be out there searching for investors. I'm going to be falling flat on my face. I'm going to be making mistakes. I'm going to be embarrassing myself. But I'm doing it this year because the last year and a half taught me that embarrassment doesn't equal death. That I can be embarrassed, that I can go through things that feel uncomfortable, that make me feel bad. When I put out a newsletter and I sent the announcement to all my friends and family, telling them about my company and how I'm launching this thing, I launched with a crowdfunding campaign that, it really, most people didn't even share the link with their contacts. And, it really devastated me. But this year, I'm going to devastate myself again. And when I fall, I'm going to get right back up and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it. Because making those little changes, my Invisalign, going to the gym, changing my eating habits, drinking more water, starting my YouTube channel, it has made such a difference. And no, I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I really had hoped to reach maybe 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. But I have 500 people who said, I'll subscribe to your channel. I think this is worth it. I'll listen to what you have to say. Do you know what that means to me? When I couldn't even get 5 people to share my link to my crowdfunding when I launched my business. And this time around, 500 people said, we'll stick around. We'll see what you have to say. You guys, you don't know what you did for me. And I don't want to get emotional. But you guys, especially when you leave your encouraging comments. When my first subscriber subscribed, I was so terrified that this person would leave after a while. When I saw the one subscriber, I thought, oh no, I hope they don't leave and I go back down to 0. But they stuck around. And just try. That's the message of this video. Just try. Just move forward. Just do it. Please do it. Whatever it is, whatever you think, oh, I can't do it. I can't face people if I do it. I'll be right along with you, embarrassing myself. Because you know what's worse than being embarrassed? Being stuck in a life you don't want. That's so much worse. And I'm entering 2023. I'm ready to fail. That's what I'm ready to fail. Because in the failure, success will eventually come. And if at the end of this year, I turn 50 and I still haven't achieved the goal, the fact that I'm still going to be trying and I'm still going to be striving, that's going to tell me at 50, I'm not the same I was at 48. I'm not the same I was at 28. Because this woman is bucking. She is hitting her head against walls and trying to break ceilings and trying to knock down doors and trying to get investors and trying to get customers and trying. She is trying. So this woman is different. She's not the same as the other one. So yes, that is progress. That is transformation. Just trying is the victory. So this is what I want to encourage all of you. This is my challenge to all of you watching me. Let's enter 2023 ready to fail, ready to fall on our faces, ready to embarrass ourselves. Who's with me? So thank you so much for watching my video. God bless you. May this be your year. May this be the year where if the only achievement you achieve is looking at yourself in the mirror and going, this person is brave. I didn't know I had that in me. That is a goal worth pursuing. And I will cheer you on every step of the way. So you will be hearing more about my endeavors, my business, and I'm going to be pushing forward. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more about my journey, and if you'd like to be inspired to start your own journey and do it with me, please subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment. Please let us know what you have been afraid of doing. You don't have to give us details, because sometimes you don't have to be too specific with your dreams until you find your footing. You don't want to give too much away, so people might discourage you. Don't let people steal your dreams. So just give us an idea of what it is that you've been holding out on, or just say, listen, I've been holding out on something, but this is the year where at least I'm going to start. Remember what I told you in one of those videos? Do one thing today. Do it. Do one thing. Just send one email. Just do one Google search. How do I begin the journey of ... whatever it is? Do one thing today. That's going to be our motto for 2023. And every day we're going to do one thing until we come to the end of the year. And like I said, success doesn't have to look like, oh, I launched $1 million company. I did one thing most days. I tried, I strived. So leave a comment, let me know what that is, what it is that you want to change for this year. Also, if you would like to share this with somebody who you feel is stuck, somebody who's afraid, somebody who needs to hear that it's their ego that's holding them back, and to kick that ego back into 2022 and enter 2023 brave, knowing that they can do it. Share the video with others. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and hopefully I will see you in my next video.